The hypnic jerk, you know that thing where you're about to fall asleep, peaceful, cozy, and then suddenly your entire body decides to yeet itself awake like it just tripped off a cliff? Yeah, that's a hypnic jerk. Scientifically, it's an involuntary muscle contraction that happens during the transition from wakefulness to sleep. Your brain is switching off systems in stages: muscles, breathing, awareness, but sometimes your nervous system panics and hits the jump scare button. Your brain thinks your body's falling, so it sends one last emergency signal that makes you twitch like a malfunctioning puppet. Evolution's excuse? Back when humans slept in trees, this reflex probably helped us not fall to our deaths. Now it just helps us launch phones across the room. It's harmless, though. Basically, your body stress testing gravity while your brain's trying to dream about snacks. Sleep paralysis. Imagine waking up fully conscious, eyes open, brain online, but your body's like, nope, not today. That's sleep paralysis, the delightful biological glitch where you get trapped between REM sleep and reality. During REM, rapid eye movement, sleep, your brain paralyzes most of your muscles so you don't act out your dreams. Normally, that switch flips off right before you wake up, but sometimes consciousness boots up first, leaving you aware but completely immobile. Your body's asleep, your brain's awake, and your imagination decides to fill in the blanks with nightmare fuel. Cue the infamous shadow figure or demon on your chest. In reality, it's just your amygdala, the fear center of your brain, freaking out while your sensory system glitches. You're not being haunted, your REM cycle just forgot to clock out. It usually lasts 20 to 60 seconds, though time stops mattering when you're convinced you're starring in your own horror movie. Then everything reboots and you're free to roll over and pretend it didn't happen, until it does. Again, fragmented sleep. You ever wake up after 8 hours and still feel like your brain forgot to charge overnight? That's fragmented sleep, when your brain technically sleeps but keeps rage quitting halfway through the process. Normally, you're supposed to glide through clean 90-minute cycles: light sleep, aka pre-nap limbo; deep sleep, where your brain does its nightly housekeeping; and REM, where it emotionally gaslights you with dreams. But when your sleep is fragmented, those cycles get chopped up like bad Wi-Fi. You keep waking up before your brain can finish cleaning up the mess from the day before. What causes it? Pick your poison. Stress floods your body with cortisol, caffeine blocks adenosine, the "you're getting sleepy" chemical, and blue light tells your melatonin to go take a hike. Add in a snoring partner or your bladder clocking in for the night shift, and congratulations, your brain just lost the deep sleep lottery. By morning, your hormones are misfiring, your memory's half saved, and your emotional regulation has left the chat. You didn't sleep, you buffered. Exploding head syndrome. No, your head isn't actually exploding, but tell that to your brain at 3 a.m. when it sounds like someone slammed a cymbal inside your skull. Welcome to exploding head syndrome, a sleep glitch so dramatic it sounds fake but isn't. Here's the science. It's a type of hypnagogic hallucination, a sensory misfire that happens as your brain powers down for sleep. Normally, electrical activity in your auditory neurons gradually fades, but sometimes, instead of a smooth shutdown, your brain fires one last chaotic burst of electrical noise, like your neurons collectively sneezing. You hear a sudden bang, crash, or explosion that no one else hears. It's painless, but freaky. Most people describe it as hearing fireworks, gunshots, or a door slam right next to their ear, only to realize nothing happened. No light, no movement, just pure neurological drama. Researchers think it's linked to stress, sleep deprivation, or your brain getting too fancy with reticular formation shutdown timing. Basically, the part of your brainstem that turns consciousness on and off. It's trying to flip the light switch off, and instead sets off the fire alarm. So no, your head's not exploding, it's just your brain making sound effects for its own shutdown sequence, because apparently silence was too peaceful. Hypersomnia. You know that feeling when you wake up after 10 hours of sleep and still feel like you've been tranquilized? That's hypersomnia, your brain's way of saying, we did sleep, just not well. It's basically chronic, excessive sleepiness caused by your brain's sleep-wake system short-circuiting. The hypothalamus and reticular activating system can't agree on when to stay alert, and your body keeps pumping out GABA, the chill-out chemical, like it's on sale. There's primary hypersomnia, where your brain just defaults to sloth mode for no clear reason, and secondary hypersomnia, which comes from something else hijacking your sleep, like sleep apnea, depression, or your caffeine habits coming back for revenge. This isn't, I stayed up too late, tired. This is, I fell asleep mid-text and woke up confused what year it is, tired. Your body sleeps, it just never really reboots. Sleep onset. Insomnia. You ever lay down exhausted, lights off, eyes closed, and your brain suddenly decides it's the perfect time to replay every embarrassing thing you've ever done since 2009? Congratulations, you've unlocked sleep onset insomnia. It's not that you can't sleep, it's that your nervous system refuses to clock out. Normally, as you wind down, your core body temperature drops, melatonin rises, and your brain waves slow from beta, alert, to alpha, chill. But with insomnia, stress keeps cortisol high, your heart rate won't drop, and your brain's like, let's overthink instead. Common triggers? Blue light, caffeine, anxiety, inconsistent sleep schedules, or scrolling TikTok until your eyeballs forget how to blink. Basically, anything that convinces your body it's still daytime. So while you're lying there trying breathing techniques, your brain's out here doing a full PowerPoint on existential dread. The fix? Consistency, darkness, and putting your phone down like it's radioactive. Nocturnal leg cramps. You're peacefully asleep when suddenly your calf decides to reenact a medieval torture scene. That's nocturnal leg cramps, the charming 3 a.m. reminder that your muscles hate you. These are involuntary muscle contractions, usually in the calves, caused by overworked or dehydrated muscles. When your electrolytes, especially potassium, magnesium, or calcium, are out of balance, your muscle fibers misfire like bad Wi-Fi and lock up in agony. They're more common if you've been exercising, standing all day, or, ironically, sleeping with your legs bent. Your muscles shorten, panic, and spasm like they're trying to break free from your skeleton. The fix? Stretch before bed, hydrate, and maybe ease up on the caffeine. Or don't, and enjoy the nightly thrill of waking up screaming. Playing charades with your own legs. Sleepwalking. Sleepwalking, the nightly event where your body decides to live its best life while your brain's out of office. It happens during deep non-REM sleep, when your brain is supposed to shut down movement entirely. But sometimes the system glitches. Your motor cortex wakes up before your frontal lobe does, meaning your body's online, but your judgment's still snoring. The result? You wander around your house like a confused Roomba in pajamas. Kids do it more because their brains are still fine-tuning sleep cycles, but adults aren't immune, especially under stress, alcohol, or sleep deprivation. Some people just stroll. Others raid the fridge, fold laundry, or try to leave the house like it's checkout time. It's harmless most of the time, but the danger isn't the sleepwalking. It's whatever furniture your unconscious self body slams along the way. So if you live with a sleepwalker, maybe hide the car keys and install some gentle pillows of shame along the route. Bruxism. If you've ever woken up with a sore jaw, a headache, or the distinct sound of your teeth auditioning for a rock crusher, congratulations, that's bruxism, also known as teeth grinding. It usually happens during non-REM sleep, when your brain's regulating muscle tone, but thanks to stress, anxiety, or misaligned teeth, your masseter muscles, the jaw powerhouses, decide to pull an all-nighter. These are some of the strongest muscles in your body, and they grind your molars like they're trying to make dental dust. Over time, it can wear down enamel, inflame the temporomandibular joint, TMJ, and make your dentist question your life choices. Triggers? Stress, caffeine, nicotine, or unresolved anger at your alarm clock. The fix is a mouthguard, stress management, and maybe not overthinking at bedtime. Otherwise, enjoy turning your teeth into fine porcelain gravel while your brain dreams about tax season. You just survived every weird sleep glitch your body can throw at you. Now hit subscribe before your brain decides to paralyze you for real tonight.